Om Shanti. Good morning. Brother Dayu, are you there?
You hear me? Om Shanti.
Yes, I can hear you now. Om Shanti, brother. Good morning. We would listen to sweet Baba's wonderful Murli for today, 4th August 2021. Baba says, sweet children, by staying in remembrance, you experience good omens. You now have the omens of Jupiter over you, and it is therefore your stage of ascending. Question: what is the result of not paying full attention to yoga? What methods are there for staying in constant remembrance? Answer: if full attention is not paid to yoga, Maya interferes while you are moving along and you fall. You become body conscious and continue to make many mistakes. Maya makes you perform wrong actions. She makes you impure. In order to stay in
Shanti. With me, Brother Inka is here also. Brother Inka also listening. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Welcome, Brother Inka. Good morning.
Ola Media Gautami Durga.
So Baba says, in order to stay in constant remembrance, put a bead in your mouth. Don't become angry. Forget everything, including your body, and practice, I am a child. I am a soul, child of Supreme Soul. Remain aware of the attainments you experience through the power of yoga. Today's song, Salutations to Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. And the second line is, you are the mother, you are the father, you are the friend, and you are my guide. And you are the one who supports everyone. You are the only one support that we all have. Om Shanti. You sweetest spiritual children heard the praise of your spiritual father, Shiv Baba. Only when sin increases, that is, when human souls increase, become sinful, does the purifier Father come to purify the impure. This is the praise of only the unlimited Father. He is also called the Lord of the tree. At this time, you have unlimited omens, the omens of Jupiter from the unlimited Father. There are the two terms, in general and in particular. The meanings of these are experienced here. Through the omens of Jupiter, Bharat, in particular, becomes liberated in life. That is, it attains its status of self-sovereignty. The true Father, who is called the Truth, comes and changes us from ordinary beings into Narayan. All the rest go into the sections of their own religions, number-wise, and then come down, number-wise. They will continue to come down until the end of the Iron Age. Each soul has received his own part in this own religion. From kings to subjects, they have all received their own parts in their kingdoms. The play is about those from the king down to the subjects. Each one has to play his own part. You children know you now have the omens of, what do we have? Omens of what? Omens of what? Now, What are we going through? Who is on our head? What omen is on our head? What do you think, Brother Inka? Is it omens of Jupiter or omens of Satan? We all know before we come to Baba, it was all omens of Satan. But after listening to the ocean of knowledge, we understood that we are now at present in the omens of Jupiter. It isn't that these omens last for just one day. No, there continues to be the omens of Jupiter over you. It is now your ascending stage. The more you stay in remembrance, the more there is ascending stage. When you forget to remember Baba, there are obstacles of Maya. Only by having remembrance do you have good omens. If you don't remember Baba, well, you will definitely fall. You will then continue to make one mistake or another. Baba has explained that according to the drama, those of all religions continue to come down one after another in order to play their parts. You children know there are now the omens of heaven, that is, the omens of liberation and life over you. You also have to understand in detail how the cycle of the drama turns. This cycle of the world drama is especially created about Bharat. The Father only comes in Bharat. It is remembered that there are those who are amazed by this knowledge. When they hear it, they relate it to others and then run away. While moving along, they fall because Maya interferes. When you don't pay full attention to yoga, the Father has to come and give you the life-giving herb. That is, He gives you the herb that brings you back into life. You are also Hanuman. The Father has explained that at this time, He makes you smell the herb in order for you to chase Ravan away. The Father tells you the truth about everything. Only the one Father is the truth, and He comes to tell you the story of the true Narayan and carries out establishment of the golden age. He is called the truth, the one who speaks the truth. When people ask you if you believe in the scriptures, tell them, yes. Why would we not believe in them? We know that all of those scriptures belong to the path of devotion. We realize there are two things, knowledge and devotion. When you receive knowledge, what need is there for devotion? Devotion means the descending stage, whereas knowledge means the ascending stage. Devotion continues at this time when you have received knowledge. Baba says, you have now received knowledge through which there is salvation. Only the one God is the protector of the devotees. Protection from enemies is given. The Father says, I come and protect you from Ravan. You can see how you are protected from Ravan. You have to conquer Ravan. The Father explains, sweet children, Ravan has made you Tamo Pradhan. The golden age is called Sato Pradhan, heaven. Then your degrees continue to decrease. At the end, when you become completely body conscious, you become impure. When a building is built, it is new. Then after a month or 6 months, its degrees decrease a little. They whitewash the building every year. The degrees continue to decrease. Everything becomes old for new and then new from old. This has been happening for everything from the very beginning. It is understood that a certain building would last for 100 to 150 years. The Father explains the new world is called the Golden Age. Then the Silver Age is 25% less because it has become a little old. That is the Moon dynasty. The warrior symbol is given to it because they did not become worthy of the new world. This is why their position is a little lower. Everyone wants to go to the land of Krishna. They don't say they want to go to the land of Rama. Everyone says they want to go to the land of Krishna. They sing the songs. Let us go to Vrindavan and sing the praise of Radhe and Govinda. This refers to Vrindavan, not Ayodhya. Nobody would like to go and dance and sing in Ayodhya, which is Rama's birthplace. But everyone would always say that let's go to Vrindavan. We would get to have the chance to sing and dance with Krishna and Radha. Everyone loves Sri Krishna a great deal. They all remember Krishna with a lot of love. When they see a Krishna's image, they say they want to have a husband, a son, or a brother like him. He's so unique and perfect, and he's so complete with all the virtues and values that every lady would like to have a husband who is so cooperative, understanding, and supportive, like Sri Krishna, and loving as well. And at the same time, a son who is obedient and who is tuned with the parents, no aggression, no arguments, with so much of smile and easiness. So such type of child, Krishna-like child. And then brother. So what would you see in a brother? You would see the qualities of supporting, again, understanding, and also that care that a brother can give. A brother can take a stand and support you, whatever you do. He's like a best friend. So like that, even Krishna has all these wonderful divine qualities. And so a lady would always prefer to have a husband like Krishna, son like Krishna, brother like Krishna. Sensible children keep an image of Krishna in front of them in order to have a son like him. It is also practiced greatly in devotion. When a lady is pregnant, she would always keep the images of deities, especially Sri Krishna, in front of them and keep looking at this image, especially when she wakes up early in the morning. The first thing she opens, and then the eyesight falls on the image of Krishna. And after that, while eating food as well, and then before going to sleep as well, they would only watch this, thinking that their baby also will be like Sri Krishna. They remain lost in the love for Krishna. Everyone desires the land of Krishna. It is now the land of Kansa, the land of Ravan. There is a lot of importance given to the land of Krishna. Everyone remembers Krishna a great deal. This is why the Father says, you have been remembering him for long days. So now make effort to go to the land of Krishna, to go into his clan. There are 8 clans of the Sun dynasty. Therefore, make so much effort that you are able to become part of the kingdom and swing in the swings with the princes. This is something to be understood. The Father says, children, as much as possible, remain man manabhav. When you don't stay in remembrance, you fall. Knowledge never makes you fall. It is when you don't stay in remembrance that you fall. The play is all about Aladdin and his magic lamp. The play also is about Hatam Tai. Hatam Tai is a play of putting a bead in the mouth. and they are based on this. So in order to stay in remembrance, a bead is put in the mouth. When someone becomes angry, they would react and say something. And this is why they are told to put something in their mouths. If you don't say something, anything, there won't be any anger. The father says, never become angry with anyone. However, because of not understanding these things fully, they have written wrong songs in the scriptures. In the scriptures, they're written so many wrong things. The father sits here and explains to you accurately. Only when he comes can he explain to you. Praise is all sung of those who have been and gone. Tagore and the Queen of Jhansi existed in the past, and so plays have been created about them. Rabindranath Tagore is one of his great poet, lyricist, writer, dramatist in his own times. And he also has given a lot of inspiration to the youth and others during the time of freedom struggle. And also the Queen Jhansi, without even seeing the societal norms in those times when women were only considered as as a householder, but she took really a big step. And Queen of Jhansi lost her husband and she had a small baby. And you know what happened? In her story, there are many important incidents that would really, uh, gives goosebumps to people if they listen to. But then these things, that one such important thing is Jhansi, a queen, she ties her baby at the back like the Nigerian tie, and then she jumped up above from a very tall wall of the palace. And then she jumps on the horse and she runs away for the fight, in order to fight with the Britishers. And she's the one who has really participated in the first battle, in the first struggle of freedom. That's one called as Sipai Mutiny in 1857. So that's why Queen of Jhansi is always praised, because her actions and her participation in the Indian freedom struggle is commendable and unforgettable. So those who have contributed so much for the good of the country, for the good of the people, is always praised. That's why Baba says, they existed in the past, and so the plays have been written. Even till now, there are serials about Queen of Jhansi, and there are serials made on the stories of Rabindranath Tagore. All right, Shiva has also been and gone, and this is why they celebrate his birthday. However, they don't know when Shiva came or what he did when he came. He is the father of the whole world. He must surely have come and given salvation to everyone. The birthdays of those who established the Islamic and Buddhist religions are celebrated. They have the time, date, and place of everyone, but no one knows such things of this religion. They say so many years before Christ, Bharat was paradise. When they create a swastika, they show it as having four equal parts representing the four ages. Each age cannot be any less or any more. In the Jagannath temple, they cook a pot of rice which splits into four equal parts. The father says they have created so many complications on the path of devotion. The father says, now forget everything, including your own body. I am a soul, a child of the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. Simply practice having this awareness. Baba is the creator of heaven, therefore, he must definitely have sent us to heaven. He would not have sent us to hell. The Father never sends anyone to hell. First of all, everyone experiences happiness. There is first happiness and then sorrow. The Father is the remover of the sorrow and the bestower of happiness for all. Souls first experience happiness and then sorrow. So, because there is a time for everything, there is a time for happiness and there is a time for sorrow. So, the conscience also says that we first become Sato Pradhan and then become Sato, Rajo, and Tamo. People think that people abroad are sensible. They make such bombs there that they could instantly finish everyone off, just as nowadays they instantly cremate a corpse with electricity. In the same way, when a bomb explodes, it creates a fire. And human beings also die instantly. The haystack has to be set on fire. So there will be such storms that whole villages will be destroyed. At that time, there won't be any arrangements for them to be able to save anything. Destruction has to take place. The old world has to end. This is also mentioned in the Gita. The Father has explained the people of Europe will release such bombs that no one will even be aware of them. You children know that destruction took place in the previous cycle and it will now take place again. You are also studying as you did in the previous cycle. The tree continues to grow gradually. A growth as a growth takes place, establishment also takes place. Storms of Maya make you very good flowers fall. When you don't stay in yoga fully, Maya causes obstacles. If you fall into vice after becoming a child of the Father and making a promise to remain pure, you defame the Father's name. You will then be hit very hard. The Father says, never be hurt by lust. You children know that rivers of blood will flow here. In the golden age, rivers of milk will flow. That is the new world, and this is the old world. Look what there is in the Iron Age, and look at the comforts there are in the new world. There is nothing here. Daughters used to go into trance and see everything and return. They would have visions of drinking mango juice and doing other things in the subtle region. They used to tell of how they would go to the incorporeal world and how Baba would then send them to heaven. All of those visions, etc., are fixed in the drama. Nothing is gained by seeing visions. Many daughters used to go to the subtle region and drink mango juice, etc. Today, they are no longer here. Very good first-class children have disappeared. So those who used to go into trance and had visions have now got married. It is amazing what Maya is like. Their fortune has totally changed. Many people played very good parts. They even helped a lot at the time of need, and yet they are not here today. Now, this is why the Father says, Maya is very powerful. You are battling with Maya. This is called the battle through the power of yoga. No one knows what attainment there is through the power of yoga. They simply say, what will they say? What will they simply say? That it is the ancient yoga of Bharat. Yoga is explained to you, sweetest children. The ancient Raj Yoga of Bharat is remembered. None of the philosophers, etc., have spiritual knowledge. Only the spiritual father is, what is spiritual father? Can anybody say? Only the spiritual father is what? Is anybody hearing? Brother Inka, Brother Dayo, Brother Gagan? Are you all hearing?
Yes, I can hear you, Sister Gitana.
Yes, Brother Dayo. Only the spiritual father is what? Ocean of knowledge. It is to him they sing salutations to Shiva. His praise is sung, the Father comes and explains so much knowledge to you. This is known as the third eye of knowledge. No others have the power to call themselves Trikaldarshi. Only you Brahmins, through whom the sacrificial fire is created, are Trikaldarshi. This is the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra. Shiva is also called Rudra. They have given him many names. In every land, there are many different names for him. No one apart from the Father has this many names. He is also called Babulnath, the Lord who changes thorns into flowers. Babul are those who have thorns in them. Baba is the one who changes thorns into flowers. And this is why he is called Babulnath. In Bombay, they have huge gatherings there in the Babulnath temple, but they don't understand the meaning. The father sits here and explains that his correct name is Shiva. Businessmen refer to a zero as Shiva. While counting, they say reach 10, then say Shiva. The father says, I, a point, am a star. Many people have a double tilak applied to their foreheads, representing the mother and father. It is also a symbol of the sun of knowledge and the moon of knowledge. They don't understand the meaning of it. Baba was explaining about yoga. Yoga is so well known. So you children should now let go of the word yoga and just stay in remembrance. The father says, no one will understand anything from the word yoga. They will understand when you use the word remembrance. You have to remember the father so much. He's also called the bridegroom. He makes you into queens. The father gives you your inheritance of the kingdom of the only has one father in the golden age. On the path of devotion, you have two fathers, and on the path of knowledge, you have three fathers. It is such a wonder. You understand the meaning of everything. Everyone in the golden age is happy. This is why they don't even know the Father from beyond this world. You now know the three fathers. These matters are so easy to understand. Acha, to the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children. Love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, and Bab Dada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children. And the spiritual children say, good morning, loving remembrance, and Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana. In order to stay in remembrance, don't speak. Put a bead in your mouth and anger will stop. Never become angry with anyone. This land of sorrow now has to be set on fire. Therefore, forget it and remember the new world. Keep the promise you made to the Father to remain pure, firm. Blessing, may you be a soul who has a right to number one by experiencing peace and happiness on the basis of purity. The children who constantly keep their promise of purity in their awareness automatically experience happiness and peace. To be number one is in claiming a right to purity means to be number one in all attainments. Therefore, never allow the foundation of purity to become weak, for only then will you be able to last so fast. Hare Baba say, therefore, never allow the foundation of purity to become weak, for only then will you be able to be last so fast. Remain constantly stable in this religion. What is a religion? Purity. No matter what happens, no matter how much people, nature, or situations try to shake you, do not let go of your religion. Slogan: be innocent of waste and you will be a true saint. Be innocent of waste and you will be a true saint. Thank you, Baba. And thanks to all of you for being connected for today's Baba's wonderful jewels of Murli.